In this video, I'm going to show you a brake adjustment trick that works on both hydraulic and manual brakes. It tunes them perfectly, and it works every time. Hey guys, it's Steve from Scooter King, and we finally got a break on the weather up here. It has been a crazy long and brutal winter, and we've got like 1 or 2 nice days. Now, this is usually up here in the Northwest kind of referred to as like the spring fake out because it's supposed to be back to snow and rain in a day or two. But it gives us an opportunity for me to show you a quick and easy way to adjust your brakes that's pretty foolproof every time. And what this allows you to do, this trick allows you to get it in the ballpark and then adjust from there with much smaller increments. So adjusting your disc brakes can be pretty tricky, and with scooter season right around the corner, it's a great time to kind of perfect this technique. So I want to show you this trick. It's super easy. You can do it by yourself, and it'll get it in the ballpark and usually really close, and then just a couple of adjustments from there and you're good to go for the season with no rubbing or no squeaks of any kind. So let's dive in and check out a little bit more about a great disc brake adjustment trick that's going to get your scooter up and running for scooter season. It works a lot better if you can get the scooter up on something. It's not mandatory, but if you can put it up on some cases or, you know, a couple pieces of wood or a log or something, just so you can spin the front and back tires. It isn't imperative, but it's a lot easier to hear if you have rubbing or squeaking. Once you have it up on something and the tires can spin, the tool list is pretty sparse. Just a couple of Velcro straps and a good set of Allen keys. This will keep you from stripping out your bolts and stuff, and this stuff can easily be found at Harbor Freight or really just about any store. We're going to start by loosening the front brake caliper adjustment bolts, and we want to loosen them all the way so that we can move the mechanism with our hand back and forth, and also so the front tire spins easily. We might have some rubbing or some squeaking, but we're going to fix that. Next, we're going to take our Velcro straps and we're going to compress the front brake lever completely, and then we're going to strap it in place so it holds it there tightly. And make sure it's all the way depressed and it's not partially depressed. It needs to close the calipers completely. Once the front brake lever is completely depressed, we want to tighten back up those caliper adjustment bolts, and we want to snug them up on both sides. From here, we can pull off our Velcro cable straps and let the brake lever return to its original position, then pull it back and forth and seat it a couple of times. This resets the calipers and pulls the pads away from the rotor so we can check for spacing. Next, we're looking straight down through the calipers left and right. And what we're checking for as we spin the tire is anything that's obviously out of round, like is our rotors out of round or anything like that. If our rotors are in good shape and they're square to the tire themselves, as we spin the front tire and we look down through the calipers, we should see light on both the left and right sides of the brake pads themselves. This means the calipers are adjusted correctly and there's no angle as they sit against the rotor. As we spin the front tire, we should have clearance on both the left and right sides of the brake pads. And this gives us a nice smooth rotor rotation without any squeaks or any obvious rubbing. From here, we can repeat the same process for the rear tires. We'll go ahead and loosen the rear brake calipers first. And now we'll depress the rear brake lever completely. We'll hold it in place and we'll put our Velcro cable straps on to hold it. Once we've completely depressed the rear brake lever, we can go ahead and tighten the calipers in their current position, also making sure that there's no obstructions, there's nothing inside the calipers themselves or that they're dirty. Make sure they're completely debris free. Once the calipers are snugged in place, then we can pull the cable Velcro straps off of our rear brake lever and then go ahead and depress that a couple of different times to seat the calipers against the rotor, just like the front. Just like the front, we'll spin the back tire and we'll catch the brake a couple of times while it's spinning. This helps seat the brake pads in the calipers against the rotor. And we'll be checking the space through the calipers to make sure we have nice, even, and symmetrical light on both sides of the brake pads. This process is really the same every time you replace your brake pads as well, just because it's the quickest way to get them in the ballpark and get them tuned against the rotor. And by doing this, it's a quick way to discover whether you have problems with your rotor itself. If your rotor is bent or out of round, or if you have debris or stuff in there, no amount of brake adjustment is going to fix the squeaking and rubbing. But if your rotor is in good shape and it's square to the rim itself, then tuning the brakes is a quick and easy process. Having a well-tuned set of brakes on your electric scooter isn't just about getting a quiet ride. It gives you absolute control over the scooter's handling and stopping power. And it's a great reminder to kind of get your scooter ready for, scooter season for the summer. Get all the kinks and stuff worked out now, tune those brakes up now, get those squeaks and everything taken care of now. Make sure you got the tread on your tires for the terrain that you're actually going to be on a lot. If you're going to be on a bunch of different kinds of terrain, then really consider a dual tread design. Like these ULIP gel tires, the ones that have the self-healing gel that I have on the RS5 Max that I'm riding today. These have a dual tread that are just a joy to ride. I mean, you can literally take any terrain. They're dead silent on paved trails like this, but they got enough of a tread on the sidewall to be able to take advantage of some off-road stuff. So you're never really having to worry about where you are or what terrain you're going to be having to deal with. You just set it up and go, whatever's convenient. So really consider that. Brakes, get all your brakes taken care of, tune them up, get all the squeaks and everything taken care of, make it dead silent, and then get some killer tires, and you're really just basically ready to go anywhere you want to go. So as you can see, this is something you can do that's quick and dirty, and you can do it by yourself if you don't have a partner, and it's a great way to tune up your brakes and get ready for scooter season. Hey, thanks for hanging out, guys. I appreciate it. If this was helpful in any way, please hit the subscription and notification bells. It helps keep a young channel like this going. It helps me make more videos like this. Get out, rip it up, stay safe. We'll catch you guys in the next video.